things are in this area. There's a number of things that have kind of gone by the wayside over the months. And I understand that we track resolutions. If we actually make a motion on something, as you just encouraged Lori to do, that is tracked. But if we just refer it to staff for a report, then it potentially isn't tracked. And there are things like even the wayfaring signage, or there was a request at one point to arrange for us to go to the Tilbury plant, or other things like that just kind of have dissipated. And I was wondering whether you feel there is a time and a place to establish a master running list of things so that we can have an assurance. I don't want to say that we need everything done yesterday, but just if it's on a list, then it gives us a reassurance that it will be addressed at some point in the future, and then we're not sitting there with an uncertainty whether it's going to evaporate into thin air. So that was my concern, and that's why I initiated this notice of motion. And I do think it stands out independently of the procedures bylaw. I think it's a major issue that needs to be addressed and talked through. Is this something important to us? Is it important to you? I like efficiency, and I like to know that it's there, and I could see it if I asked for it, and that's what motivates me.
Motion there, the motion's in there. You have a second for discussion. Councillor Russell.
I agree with this motion, and I think the only problem I have with this motion at this point in time is the fact that as it's worded, right? I think the deputy mayor has got an excellent idea about keeping track of things. And I do remember a day, and I won't bore you people with history at this time of the night, but I do remember a time when we had to come up with something like that. I think it should be directed through the CAO. I think it should be coming through his office to us as part of the regular reporting processes. And I don't think that's just my feeling. I think it's a good idea to have an ongoing, because we do lose things, always. So.
John.
Okay.
John,
just to clarify, we have maintained a resolution tracker in council. This is just an excerpt from what we had. We developed that in 2001, and we use it consistently as part of the staff management team to track who is responding to, when the motion was passed, who's reporting on it, and what the disposition of it is. It's something that's used by us to keep track of these things. There are time lags and a prioritizing process that applies to all of this. And for example, we've done over 283 staff reports this year alone. And so a lot of them are tracked. They take time to develop, to research. We try to meet with the mayor to talk about, give him updates as to where these are, and why an item may be deferred for another item, to try and make sure that the agendas are manageable for council. And so some of the reports are deferred. For example, the YMCA report was essentially done, I want to say in May in its draft form. I thought it was prudent to wait for, even though she's got conflicts of interest all over the place, for Councillor Elman to be back from her summer vacation. So we held that on purpose for that purpose. That was a decision that we made. So I want to assure council that all the motions that it passes are tracked. Reports are in various stages of research and development. They do take time. They are comprehensive. Some of them require legal advice. Some of them require. So there's all sorts of reasons why it's not an instantaneous report. But we do try to brief the mayor. The mayor is kind of the channel to council about where these things are, what's the status of them. So we can make that available to council if it so desires. It's a working document, so it's in various stages of development. Roberta's always on our proverbial hind end to update the tracker to make sure that she's aware that we're following through on those things. So it's a bit of background.
Further direction from our strategic plan will adjust how that will prioritize those reports. Councillor Underwood for the next.
Yeah, basically you have like a timeline, right? So we go for the report, you put a timeline down, you have the info action, pretty well the Office of Primary Interest, the OPI. Right? And so nothing's lost. I think that's the concern. I think the bottom line is the concern is that we go for reports, this, that, and then there's so many things going on that we're frightened that they're just going to be forgotten. Then we ask for another report, which is really got something to do with the same thing all over again, right? So we're asking for similar reports, which are overlapping.
We can provide that if it's on a quarterly basis or something, that would be sufficient for council.
Just so we don't end up with 500 back orders and then say, oh, we asked for the same thing 4 times, you know.
Councillor Scott, so.
Originally, when I sent the email out, it was because we were having a very stressful meeting here, and after I had my thyroid out, I had lots of time to think, because you kind of do that as you're sitting on the couch. So when I sent the original email out asking if there was some way we could do something with the priorities, it was not to say, and I very clearly said it in my email, that I wasn't blaming anybody for not having things done, but I was looking to see if there was a solution to it. My intention after that email was, once I got into a stage where I wasn't sleeping every afternoon, was to come in and sit with you and the mayor as well as the clerk, because I felt that this was something that we needed to do. I don't know how the office operates and different things. Mayor Bill and I were talking at another meeting, and the bottom line is, I think that, and I'm going to take it back to the beginning, we never really ever got an overview of what everybody does. So that would probably have come out there, just saying how things were done. So I wasn't, when I asked for it, I wasn't blaming anybody, and I certainly didn't think that people weren't doing their jobs, because every week that I come to council, I have something that looks like that. So I know that that's thinking going on. So I think if you have something that you could give us, John, even if it's not even as it doesn't necessarily have to be full, but if it just listed what's still outstanding, and if we all of a sudden look at it and go, oh man, we should have done that ages ago, or that should be at the strat, then we can refer and bring that up. And
I don't think things are getting, I don't know what issues are being dropped, because I don't think there is any. I think they're just, Councilor.
I guess it's a good thing we're having this conversation, but I mean, just ask the question, what do we do? And the answer is here. There is a tracker, there always has been a tracker, and it's the responsibility of the mayor to work with the CAO and bring these things back to our agenda. So we do have this, and if this is something that we want to see on a quarterly basis as an update for information, great. That would be fine.
Something you don't feel is getting brought up to date, we meet here every 2 weeks. We have an opportunity to ask where it is.
And there is a process.
Councilor Cook.
Well, I agree with the motion. I think it's something, as I say, you said it twice now, maybe quarterly or whatever the time should be. I think we should get a report periodically, just to set it, see where we are. I don't know if it has to be available, because staff takes direction from council, not from a councillor. So I think it should, the motion, or the report should come to council. It should be directed by a specific councillor to ask for something. But I think periodically, we wouldn't hurt to get it.
Just one concern I would have, as a group, is this going to be considered a confidential document? For council use only?
Why?
Well, you may have legal reports, you may have personnel reports, you may have...
But wouldn't that be an in-camera sort of
No.
report? You have
It involves that then, perhaps.
So,
Oh, goodness.
we're not going to discriminate, are we? So I know.
That's a good point. Maybe it should be in a camera.
So in camera, I don't know.
Because there will be, in family, there are legal issues that will be on that tracking list.
Absolutely, real estate, real
Yes,
estate.
absolutely.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely.
I just do want to clarify that I'm not pointing fingers with this. I just want to have a sense of security, tightness, if that's possible. And I'm comfortable with the quarterly list. That's fine with me. I would ask possibly that it also include staff reports. If we as a council have asked for a staff report and for some reason we haven't formalized it with the resolution, if that could be included as well,